Alright guys, well welcome to Kellen time. I'm Kellen, obviously. Get it, it's a play on Kellen and my name, Kellen, so Kellen time. Bad jokes. So what I want to do is start reviewing some watches, just for fun. I started collecting watches and I've always been into watches, so I thought I would share some watches with you guys as I get them in and before I get rid of them, you know, because I have a couple keepers, but I kind of go in and out. Find some, bring some in, and then sell them. But this is one that I just got in, and I'd like to review it so you guys can see what it's all about. You can see it's part of the Oris Heritage series, and this is the Divers 40mm auto stainless steel diver, 65. You can see the retail there at 2100. I did not pay that. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, you know, pretty standard watch box. Another thing I'll say is I'm going to try to do these in one take. You know, I'm going to try to keep all my videos between 5 and 7 minutes long. One take, no editing. Wish me luck. So here's the outer and inner box. You know, it's pretty standard watch box, kind of display box. I kind of like what some of these other brands are doing that give you more of a functional box. You know, some of these micro brands give you, Halios I know gives you a cool one, and whatnot. So the other thing I'll say is down here is a little drawer, and it's got a bunch of information about Oris. You know, all about the watch and service centers. Not sure what's in there. But you guys care about the watch, not the book. So I'll put that away. All right, let's get into it. Here's the watch. There it is. So this is the gray blue dial, and I think it's called the Deauville or Deauville by some people. I went with it because it's kind of unique. You know, it's a little bit different than a lot of other watches out there. It's got both colors, gray and blue. This isn't brand new. I've worn it for a week so I can get an idea of what the watch is about. But I wanted to show you what it was like when you get it. So here's the watch, and the dial is probably my favorite part of the watch. But before I dive into that, let's talk about the bracelet a little bit. The bracelet is pretty rad. It's got the riveted top ends there, you can see, and then adjustable, there's your changeable links at the bottom, and then nice clasp. Has a great taper to the bracelet, which I always love. You know, it goes from a 20 mil down to a 16 clasp, so it has a really aggressive taper, which makes it really comfortable. It's got stamped there, or excuse me, solid clasp. It's not stamped, and then it's got your micro adjustments. So really love the bracelet on this watch. It also comes in the version with just a Tropic strap, rubber strap. I would always say for this watch especially, go with the bracelet. It's a great bracelet. You won't regret it. You can always pick up a Tropic strap. You can't always find these very easily. So, and then you can see the case back has the old school Oris crown, screw down case back. And then let's get to the watch. So the watch is really fun. No crown guards, which is kind of old school, so it's kind of fun. I don't have any divers currently that have no crown guards. And I'll see if you guys can hear the whine there. It's not the smoothest I've ever seen. You pull out a second position, first position for date change, and then you get your, obviously your time change. It's hacking. You can see the second hand stops. Push it in. You're good to go. So like I said, bracelet, love the old school, no crown guards. And then probably the thing you're going to notice the most about this watch is the dial. And what's even better is the dial with this double domed sapphire crystal. Check this thing out. I mean, you'll see this on old watches, but that's usually acrylic. And acrylic's fun. You can just poly watch scratches out, but to do this double domed with a sapphire is really fun. And you can see how much, like if you look at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, how much it kind of plays with those big like Art Deco style indices. Really, really fun. It's got a black dive bezel, and it's okay. It's not the smoothest. It's not the cheapest feeling. It's got a little bit of play in it, but nothing terrible. It does its job. The one thing I would say I don't like for the dial side of it is, you see how it has the minutes on the this inner track along the outside of the gray, and then it has the blue. Well, your minute hand kind of stops in no man's land between the gray and the blue, and it doesn't really reach the outer dive bezel track. So if you're really trying to understand exactly what time it is, or really time something down to the minute, it can be a little, you know, not a guessing game, but this is a little bit easier to line up. But if you're trying to look at the inner minute track, it's a little hard to tell exactly what minute you're on. I guess that would be my kind of biggest gripe about the dial of this old school Diver 65. Other than that, the color's fun. This lume is kind of like a cream color in person. It has a little bit of a green hue to it, but it's got great lume. The whole thing just lights up. Loomed pip. Really, really fun watch. So if you guys are contemplating this watch, I would totally recommend it. It's a fun watch. It wears great. Let me pop it on the wrist real quick. Like I said, I got about a 7.5 inch wrist. And what I didn't mention was I even took a couple links off, and there's plenty of room. So if you got, I mean, up to an 8-inch wrist, this thing would still fit. So great size. I mean, it's a you know, that 40 mil is right in that sweet spot for just about any size wrist. You can see how it wears. It's great. It's nice and lightweight. The bracelet's got some weight to it, but it's not heavy. Yeah, love this watch. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you like the review, hit that like button for me. I'll be doing more. I've got a bunch of watches I'm going to review coming up. So stay tuned. I'll probably try to do one a week here. And then the other thing I really like is I'll finish off with what I'm drinking. And today it's going to be the Field of Greens IPA from Fort George. Out here, I'm on the West Coast in Seattle. This is from Astoria. So enjoy, guys. Have a fun weekend. Let me know if you have any questions about the watch. And yeah, look forward to the next video.